Hello, Betty Croswick here. I hate thinking about money because it seems that so many people don't have enough of it, and the banking system is growing just so fat on their profits. But nevertheless, I think it will behoove us to think about the money system, who's making it, who's hoarding it, and how this affects us. Last week, I'm sure some of you have noticed that there was an enormous rise in the stock market, and for no apparent reason, but yet there is a reason, and that comes from Japan, because Japan has just announced they will join the European Central Bank, the Swiss National Bank, along with the central banks in Denmark and Sweden, and slashing bank interest rates into negative interest territory. And there have been news that Canada is also thinking about this, and because the Financial Post reported that the Bank of Canada Governor Stephen Poloz discussed negative rates at a luncheon in Toronto last month, putting it on the radar there. So what is that? What do negative interest rates mean? Well, they mean that, as I understand it, that the central banks are going to start charging regular banks, like the banks we deal with here in Canada and the US, interest rates for holding the money that these banks have in their reserves, instead of simply putting it out into the economy and giving loans and small businesses and helping the economy work. So they're going to start charging these banks. Now, the banks, in order to recoup that money, instead of really putting a huge effort into distributing it by throwing it out there into the general economy, have hit upon a scheme by which they simply charge their customers for holding the customers' money, so that instead of you getting these little tinny infinitesimal amounts of money in interest on your accounts, what will happen is you will have to pay the bank to keep your money for you, and you either pay it, or what else are you going to do with it? Now, the central banks are hoping that you, like the regular banks, will start refusing to pay this and start spending the money. You know, don't save. We don't want you to save. We want you to spend that money and get it out there into the economy. And this is one way that the centralized banking system thinks that they can do that here and Europe, everywhere they have Western banks. So that's a downside, and I don't think that's fair for the ordinary bank customer. We know the banks will get money where they can get it, and that they will search diligently for ways to get it. So we're going to kind of be between a rock and a hard place here. So we'll see how it goes. But we need to think about this and discuss it a bit more later. And thanks for listening. And thank you, Marion Croswick, my producer, and David Miller, who looks over my script for typos. Okay, thank you, people. See you later. Bye.